Hi, it's Dr. Fawad Mian from Neuro Wellness MD as well as Pro Healing Med Spa. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about having healthy hair and hair growth. Um, this is something that is near and dear to many people as we get older. Sometimes we start losing our hair, and it can be quite disturbing for us. Obviously, we would like to have a full head of hair and feeling confident about who we are and what we do. And a lot of times, it's simply having that head of hair. But even before you get started with any types of therapies, one of the things that obviously we do want to look for is for potential causes of why you may have that hair loss. Some common things, particularly even for women, for instance, would actually be whether or not you have any level of anemia or thyroid problems. So being able to mitigate those and actually making those things better and even treating those, if those are the problem initially before going to any other therapies can pay huge dividends. Failure to actually even address some of these things just lead to chronic problems and lead to other therapies not working quite so well. But a lot of times also with hair, sometimes there also can be very sensitive to hormones too as well. And that's why there's some of these other medications and topicals that are out there. One of the things that we actually like to do in the office after we've kind of controlled some of the other things is platelet plasma or PRP, which has been around now for a while for hair growth and hair restoration. Inevitably with this is something where it actually can really help perpetuate increased density and thickness of the hair in the areas that actually have remaining hair follicles. It's not something that will work where you don't have any hair follicles and everything is bald and smooth because there's no hair that's going to grow over there at that point. But in the areas where they are follicles, definitely can make a huge difference and increase that thickness and increase the hair density too as well. It's a simple procedure where we actually take your blood out, we spin it down, we concentrate the growth factors, and then inject them back into the areas that need to be treated too as well. And what I've inevitably found over time is that usually this works synergistically with other things. So that may also be with such topicals like minoxidil, or even a compound of supplements that have a couple of different ingredients that actually can help with not only decreasing inflammation, but also working on some of the hormones potentially too as well, and stimulating hair growth. So diligent treatment with both PRP and some of these topicals can be a huge difference. There are actually also a lot of supplements that are out there too as well, which can be very helpful. And they'll combine various different things from anti-inflammatories to other key ingredients, which I won't go into all of them or whatnot, but combining all of that together sometimes can be very beneficial too as well. There is actually one supplement called, I believe it's through company Crown or it's called Lotess. They actually have a hair foam that's actually different from some of the other topicals, but they actually also have supplements, which can also stimulate hair growth too as well. There's obviously other things that are out there like Nutrafol and there are other supplements which are coming more out in the market, but inevitably just one by itself, typically for most people is not going to be enough. For some people, if it's just minor hair loss, it may be enough for them. Another therapy that's out there too as well are actually infrared caps, as well as combs, and these have a certain wavelength of light that they emit. Initially, the way that this was found is that when people were getting laser hair removal at a certain wavelength or of light, they found actually increased hair growth. And so they kind of found things by accident by essentially doing this. And so now it's been marketed in certain things, or things like the Theradome, which is just a cap that you put on that you use for a certain period of the day. There actually even is a comb that's used too as well. So there are a lot of things that are out there, and they all can be beneficial. It really just depends on, for the individual in terms of what their goals are and what they're looking to do. And if you are constantly diligent about doing these treatments on a consistent basis and maintaining, like anything else with your hair, with the rest of your body or whatnot, you can actually get some really good results and pretty tremendous results. We've actually even treated people who have had hair transplants in the past, and they went through 2 of them, and they still went to the treatment and actually noticed a difference with this. Obviously, with hair growth, it's something that does take time. It's not something where you get these treatments and you have a full head of hair in about like a week or a couple of weeks. Something that takes months usually to see a result and a difference. But definitely it can be very beneficial if we combine things together. And obviously, the best thing to do is always coming in and then discussing what your goals and your needs are. And then we can kind of tailor treatment to what it is that you need and where we want to go with some of this. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them at the bottom. Feel free also to go to our website and chat with us. Our team is always there to answer your questions.